Following the death of a distinguished Austanian diplomat in a car accident, the Secret Service concludes that he was assassinated by a far-right faction seeking conflict with Westalis. As a result, they hire the secret agent Twilight to investigate the topic in order to expose their plot and prevent the situation from spiraling out of control. Meanwhile, the secret spy obtains some humiliating photographs of the foreign minister, which will be used to force him to quit from his position. Twilight discards his bogus identity and boards a train to Berlin after completing his assignment, where he will have to go closer to and get additional information on National Unionist Party President Donovan Desmond. Desmond, unfortunately, is a very private person who rarely appears in public. Participating in the social events hosted at his son's school, the elite Eden Academy, is the only way to get to know him. He attends these gatherings on a regular basis, along with the region's political and social elites. Only parents, however, are permitted to join these events. Twilight will have to adopt a child if he wants to be a part of them. Although the secret spy is initially irritated by the idea of having a phony family, he does not have much of a choice because he prefers to work alone. He accepts to work in Operation Strix because the peace between the two nations is at jeopardy. Twilight obtains a family flat in Berlin as soon as he arrives, under the alias Lloyd Forger, a psychiatrist. He then proceeds to the orphanage, where he meets and adopts Anya, a reading and writing child. But, on the other hand, he has no idea that she isn't just any youngster, but an Esper who can read people's minds. Despite the fact that he dislikes taking others shopping with him, Anya, who is obstinate and unyielding, manages to persuade Twilight. Anya is always on the watch for opponents who may attack both of them out of nowhere because she can read his mind and knows he is a spy. Twilight's first outing with him is eye-opening, as she discovers a few things about her likes and dislikes. He does, however, manage to sneak out of the apartment on his own the next day, which proves to be a big mistake. Anya discovers a secret communication device in a suitcase while looking for anything fascinating, which she uses to send a message. Unfortunately, the communication is intercepted by the same criminals who had meant to blackmail the foreign minister previously, and they track down Twilight's home and kidnap Anya. When Twilight arrives home, he fights off the invaders and manages to access the facility where Anya is held by impersonating one of the kidnappers. Before heading back to confront the evil men, he saves his adopted daughter and tells her to go to the nearest police station. Twilight finds Anya near a phone booth when he returns, and she offers him a strong hug. She won't leave him even for a second, and the secret spy's heart melts in an instant. Yor Forger, a beautiful 27-year-old woman working in the city hall as a clerk. Yor's friends tease her for being single and jestingly say if she is a spy. She is then invited by her friend to a party and mocks her by saying that she should bring her boyfriend to the party as well. After reaching home, Yor receives a call from her younger brother Yuri. He informs Yor that he is getting a promotion, but denies taking it in order to take care of her. But Yor insists Yuri take the promotion, lying to him about seeing a guy. Yuri is happy to hear the news and tells her that he will ask about her boyfriend from his friend who will attend the party she is going to tonight. Yor is then revealed as the well-known assassin known as the Thorn Princess. Later, Lloyd and Yor meet coincidentally, and Anya uses her telepathic ability to make them talk to each other. The two then agree to help each other by acting as partners. Now, Yor reaches the party alone as Lloyd didn't show up, but he somehow arrives at the party, after engaging in a fight. Yor accidentally addresses Lloyd as her husband instead of her boyfriend. They both leave the party and then they are pursued by some goons from whom Lloyd has stolen the jewelry. Yor realizes that Lloyd is not at all suspicious of her real identity, and how having a partner can be a great advantage. As a result, she offers Lloyd to marry for real. Lloyd agrees to her plan and then the two marry using a grenade pin as a wedding ring and vow to help each other. Yor arrives at Lloyd's house with all her belongings and finds him waiting for her at the entrance. The secret spy notices that she does not really own many things and welcomes her. He also informs her that he has managed to get a 1-year-old marriage certificate, so they no longer have to face any legal hurdles. In reality, the papers are forged by Frankie. While they are having this conversation, Anya interrupts them and offers to show Yor their apartment. The assassin pretends to be an ordinary woman while her new daughter takes her to different rooms and explains all she needs to know with excitement. Once she has emptied her cartons and taken out all her stuff, Yor recalls that she does not have anything to wear for the student-parent interview. Lloyd then plans to take her to the tailor shop where they first met. After having cookies with a hot beverage, he explains a few things about the Eden Academy before asking questions to Anya and Yor to begin the preparation for the interview. He is extremely disappointed by their response and recalls that he has never felt this defeated in his past missions. He then decides to take his pretend family for an outing with a plan to instill the so-called upper-class etiquette, hoping that it will reflect in the interview. The Forgers first visit an opera theater, where Anya falls asleep while he does not feel entertained at all. They then go to a modern museum, where Anya's comments on some of the paintings embarrass Lloyd while the secret assassin looks at and is impressed by the primitive execution methods explained in the art. Once they have visited the tailor and had lunch, the pretend family goes to a park on the outskirts of the town and is mesmerized by the beautiful view. They have relaxed just for a while when they witness an elder woman getting robbed by a thief. He does not think twice before going after him, leaving Anya and Lloyd behind. But she ends up getting confused in the crowd and returns to the lady to offer a few words of comfort. Meanwhile, the instincts of the secret spy kick in, and he tries to find the thief himself. Just when it seems that he has lost him, Anya, by hearing the thief's inner voice, innocently points in the direction of a restaurant on the pretext of eating a cake. Lloyd immediately recognizes the man with the bag and sprints towards him after leaving Anya with Yor. The secret spy catches the thief, and the couple then returns the bag to the older woman. Later at home, Lloyd begins asking questions to Anya again, but soon realizes that the interview is most likely going to be the most challenging mission of his life. After their preparations are complete, the Forgers visit the school for the interview. Upon entering the campus, Lloyd notices something unusual. He sees that the examination has already started as the faculty members are evaluating family members. He informs Anya and Yor about the same. They walk with elegance, which impresses the housemaster. He asks facility members to keep an eye on them. Lloyd spots a kid drowning in the rubber and without any hesitation, saves him. However, he ends up dirtying his clothes in the process. Housemaster thinks he had his hopes high, however, Lloyd surprises him as he had brought another set of clothes for such a situation. A lot of wild animals start marching toward people. Housemaster asks who brought them as they can hurt some VIP guests. Yor rushes towards the leader of the pack and paralyzes it. Then Anya goes near it and communicates with it. The pack goes away and everyone gets to safety. The housemaster arrives and thanks Lloyd for his help. Lloyd once again changes his outfit and goes to the next phase. 3 of the housemasters take the interview Lloyd family, and among them is Swan, who is a recent divorcee. He hates seeing Lloyd being happy with his family and being a lovey-dovey couple. The interviewers ask each of them some questions and they provide satisfactory answers. However, when Swan asks Anya whether she likes her old mom more or her new mom, she starts crying. This makes Yor very angry, but Lloyd asks her to control herself. However, Lloyd himself loses his cool and ends up breaking the table. After that, you will meet Lloyd, Yor and Anya, who come again to see the announcement of the admission results. However, as it turned out, Anya failed to get accepted for the Eden Academy interview. This made the 3 of them sad, and went home empty-handed. But just then, they met. Henry Henderson, one of the teachers who interviewed them at the time, told the secret files of Eden Academy admissions to the Forger family, which made them feel better. After they returned home, they received a call from Eden Academy saying that Anya had finally been accepted. Anya was successfully accepted thanks to confidential admission information from Henry Henderson that Anya was on a waiting list of students who would be accepted if anyone refused. The Forgers were so happy to hear this news that they celebrated at home. Because Frankie said that Anya could ask for anything as a reward for being accepted into Eden Academy, instead of asking for something, Anya would rather do what she wants, which is to play saving a princess from a spy like the cartoon character Anya often watches. Seeing Anya who really wanted it, Lloyd finally agreed to do it. Enlisting the help of the Wise organization, which considers it part of a mission, the Forgers and Frankie head to a castle to play. Anya makes Lloyd invite all the spies in Ostania to join this role-playing game. The spies who attended considered this mission as a valuable mission because it was carried out with the famous spy who became their role model, namely Twilight. Lloyd starts chasing Anya, who is kidnapped by Frankie, who plays the villain. Like an expert spy, Lloyd plays a role like he is carrying out a real mission and makes Anya happy to witness the expertise of her father. You can watch the fight between Lloyd and Yor, who attacked him as a magician, but he failed and fell asleep instead. Finally, Lloyd managed to save Anya and succeeded in realizing Anya's wish and playing a role. What about the continuation of the Forger family after Anya was successfully accepted into Eden Academy? Anya visits the local tailor shop together with Yor and Lloyd to have her school uniform sewed. Before her first day of school, while after taking measurements, the woman there congratulated the couple and warned them about the tension between the student of influential families and those with humble backgrounds. Even the bullying is claimed by some, and conflicts between these groups can lead to kidnapping or even violence. While Lloyd and Yor do not take the woman too seriously, Anya feels a bit insecure. They enjoy lunch at a restaurant where a secret spy receives an encrypted communication from his allies regarding a meeting in 5 working days. When the important day is here, Lloyd visits a secret agency where he meets Sylvia. She expresses her dismay at the mounting bills he has been paying in recent days. She then explains that she invited him to discuss the next stage of the project, Operation Strix. Although Anya has been able to get into Eden Academy, getting closer to Desmond, this is not an easy task. Students who do well academically and in extracurricular activity earn the privilege of meeting him, accompanied by their parents. So, Sylvia tells Lloyd he must raise an honors student to help him accomplish his mission. This seems almost impossible. Meanwhile, Yor takes Anya that day. They went to the park. While she wonders if she can be a better parent for her adopted daughter, who is currently playing. A few kidnappers keep an eye on the situation. Anya and Yor are in the interim, and they will pay a handsome ransom if she is from a wealthy family. Eden Academy dress. Even more, they are possible to obtain Anya when you are shopping. However, the assassin is quick and effective in catching them, and she sends a chill down their spines by displaying her exceptional fighting skills. Yor apologizes Anya that she is not a good mother. However, she doesn't realize this. Anya is impressed, and even more inspiring is Yor's fighting skills, and she confesses that she longs to be like her. Later that day, the mother-daughter pair starts practicing together so that Anya can become more powerful. On the day of induction, students are assigned to different classrooms. He has set it up so that she is selected Donovan's son, Damien's class. Lloyd feels that the situation is ideal Anya to become friends Damien, so that she can go to his house and play with him. Unfortunately, Anya, despite reading his father's mind, stays away from Damien. After learning that he is clearly overconfident, she resigned and disrespectful. However, she is unknowingly a magnet Becky CEO's daughter, Judith Black Ballet Major Military Company. When Henry showing students the rest of school, Damien and his minions begin to bully her. However, Anya recalls her mother's lesson that she must learn to remain calm, and minor bullying can be ignored by smiling as long as possible. When she does exactly what she says, it freaks her bullies. Becky's calm demeanor impressed her and maturity. Unfortunately, this is a short-term deal, and Anya finally punches Damien when she notices that Henry is busy with the rest. Again, she exhibits remarkable composure. And he stepped on her, and she told lies that she ended causing harm to her classmate, Becky's shoes, and she was a little too emotional. However, later, he meets her parents and informs them that she has been granted 1 Tonitos. It's almost like a penalty. Henry explained that she should have 3 children, but he was able to keep it to 1. These are the real worries Lloyd. It is the first day Anya's school, and at Eden Academy students get thrown out because they are 18. This is the first part. For more anime content, subscribe to my channel.